Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining in. Let's start and yeah. Okay. Yes. Who wants to read? Those who want to read may raise their hand. Only Anshika and Shweta. Okay, Anshika, please start. Shweta, please start, and thereafter Anshika.
Hare Krishna. When the matter remained undecided, Sahadev began to speak in favor of Lord Krishna. He said, Lord Krishna, the best amongst the members of the Yadu dynasty and the protector of his devotees, is the most exalted personality in this assembly. Therefore, I think that he should, without any objection, be offered the honor of being worshipped first. Although demigods such as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and many other exalted personalities are present in this assembly, no one can be equal to or greater than Krishna in terms of time, space, riches, strength, reputation, wisdom, renunciation, or any other consideration. Anything considered an opulence is fully present in Krishna. As an individual, soul is the basic principle of the growth of of his material body. Krishna is the super soul of this cosmic manifestation. All Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, such as the performance of sacrifices, the offering of oblations into the fire, the chanting of the Vedic hymns, and the practice of mystic yoga, are meant for realizing Krishna. Whether one follows the path of fruitive activities or the path of philosophical speculation, the ultimate destination is Krishna. All bona fide methods of self realization are meant for understanding Krishna. Ladies and gentlemen, it is superfluous to speak about Krishna because every one of you exalted personalities knows the Supreme Brahman, Lord Krishna, for whom there are no material differences between body and soul, between energy and the energetic, or between one part of the body and another, since everyone is part and parcel of Krishna, there is no qualitative difference between Krishna and all living entities. Everything is an emanation of Krishna's energies, material and spiritual. Krishna's energies are like the heat and light of fire. There is no difference between the qualities of heat and light and the fire itself. Also, Krishna can do anything he likes with any part of his body. He can execute a particular action with the help of a particular part of our body, but he can do anything and everything which with any part of his body. And because his transcendental body is full of knowledge and bliss and eternity, he does not undergo the six kinds of material changes: birth, existence, growth, production, dwindling, and vanishing. Unforced by any external energy, he is the supreme cause of the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of everything that be. By the grace of Krishna only, everyone is engaged in the practice of religion, the development of economic conditions, the satisfaction of the senses, and ultimately the achievement of liberation from material bondage. These four principles of progressive life can be executed by the mercy of Krishna only. He should therefore be offered the first worship in this great sacrifice, and no one should disagree. Just as by watering the root of a tree, one automatically waters the branches, twigs, leaves, and flowers. Or as by supplying food to the stomach, one automatically nourishes all parts of the body. So, by offering the first worship to Krishna, we shall satisfy everyone present in this meeting, including the great demigods. If anyone is charitably disposed, it will be very good for him to give charity only to Krishna, who is the super soul of everyone, regardless of his particular body or individual personality. Krishna is present as the super soul in every living being, and if we can satisfy him, then every living being will automatically be satisfied.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Yeah, very important point. We always think, generally speaking, we always think that Krishna is only for devotees, right? Or we think that Krishna is only for good, right? Please try and understand. There should be just one perspective of looking at things, right? With Krishna or without Krishna. Yeah. People talk about emotions, right? People say that I have anger, fear, uh, 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 what cheating propensity, no, uh, indulgence, uh, happiness, sorrow, uh, lot of in betweens, right? Uh, uh, they would be puzzled, and they would be emotionless. There would be a lot of things, right? But simply speaking, there are just two things. One, love. Second, absence of love. In absence of love, Maya Devi just plays around with things and makes us feel in very, very different ways. Right? Either you have love for Krishna or you do not have love for Krishna. Love comes from Krishna alone, right? So when you speak of love, it is just from Krishna. Now, please try and understand. Uh, uh, some of you may be puzzled when I would say that every bad is coming from Krishna alone. Now it is like this. Krishna is all perfect, but Krishna has made this material world. Why? Because those who do not accept the authority of perfect. Why? Because Krishna has given all of us this independent free will. Now, through this independent free will, we may choose to be surrendered to Krishna, or we may choose, this is our choice, we may choose to never surrender to Krishna. That is our choice. No one can take that away from us. If we choose to be surrendered, we are surrendered. If we do not choose to be surrendered, we are not surrendered. It belongs to us. The power belongs to us. So those who do not surrender unto Krishna, now think of those people. Those who do not surrender unto Krishna, they are not doing the right thing. By their own independent free will, they are being demoniac. Suppose, I'm just telling you, suppose you are a child, right? How old? Maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. And you do not want authority of your father. What do? Uh, you try and challenge the authority of father. Now, because you are small, father would excuse you. Father would say, he's a small child, he does not know. But when you are grown up, when you are 24 years old and you challenge the authority of your father, what would father say? What would father say? Father would say, okay, if you do not like my authority, then you be on your own. That is what Krishna has done to us. If you do not like to be surrendered to me, then be on your own. Go enjoy. I do not wish any ill for you, but you yourself say that you do not want my authority. then go. Yeah. Now this actually someone asked in morning session. Yeah. Mataji asked. So, actually, that is coming from this one. No, this is one part of it. So this is why Krishna made material world for us to enjoy. But this enjoyment is suffering only when you are separated from your father. Be it out of your own foolishness. How does it matter? You are foolish, intelligent, or whatever. How does it matter? You did something wrong, you did something wrong. That is all. Isn't it? Do you want any more understanding to this? No. Right? So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came yesterday to tell us that, okay, child, you have done something wrong and you're not even able to correct it. You're so simple, you are not able to correct it. So what you need to do is, you need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Simple. But even if you chant or not chant, everyone is Krishna's child. Everything is provided by Krishna alone. Every negative, every positive, everything is provided by Krishna alone. Negative is what? Negative is like reflection in water. It is not true, but it appears like that. Suppose someone shows you tons of gold. What would you do? You would run towards it, right? If you are materialist. Most of the people would run towards money. You or me may or may not. If we are running towards money, then we are not advanced. Objective is money, then we are not advanced. Yeah. So, yeah. Those who run towards money would never run to Krishna. That's the problem. We should have just one desire to get Krishna. The rest, everything comes and goes. Does not matter. So yes, when we have this intrinsic desire to get Krishna, Krishna supplies all the things. Right? Every resources he would supply that we can connect with him. Yeah. So yes, we need to understand that whatever good is coming, that is coming from Krishna. Whatever bad is coming, that is again coming from Krishna. Directed by Maya Devi, a film directed by Maya Devi. Yeah, but it's coming from Krishna. Yeah. Actually, Krishna does not want any one of us to do bad, but we ourselves indulge in bad. In wrong thing, no one pushes you. Maya Devi would entice you, but can never force you. No one can force you except yourself. Actually, this independent free will, that's the reason of our misery till now. If we use it for Krishna, look at how gopis or exalted devotees would always do. They would utilize it for Krishna. And when they would utilize it for Krishna, Krishna would put them at a higher level. Krishna puts Amrish Maharaj at a higher level. Krishna puts Narada at a higher level. Krishna puts Arjuna at a higher level. Krishna puts Kunti Maharani at a higher level. Krishna puts every devotee at a higher level. Krishna puts you and me at a higher level if we are doing bhakti as well. So this independent free will has been given to us to get elevated, to take a higher position. But we choose, we ourselves choose not to accept it. That is our demoniac nature. Yeah. If we continue to choose this way, definitely wrong things will happen. Yeah. So yeah. Continuing, Anshika, Hare Krishna.
Sahadeva was Sahadeva was fortunate to know of the glories of Krishna, and after describing them in brief, he stopped speaking. After his speech, all the members present in that great sacrificial assembly applauded, confirming his words continuously by saying, "Everything you have said is completely perfect. Everything you have said is completely perfect." King Yudhishthira, after hearing the confirmation by all present, especially by the Brahmanas and learned sages, worshipped Lord Krishna according to the regulative principles of the Vedic injunctions. First of all, King Yudhishthira, along with his brothers, wives, children, other relatives, and ministers, washed the lotus feet of Lord Krishna and sprinkled the water on their heads. After this, he offered Lord Krishna various kinds of yellow silken garments and presented heaps of jewelry and ornaments before him for his use. King Yudhishthira felt such ecstasy by honoring Krishna, his only lovable object, that tears glided down from his eyes, and although he wanted to see Lord Krishna, he could not see him very well. When Lord Krishna was thus worshipped by King Yudhishthira, all the members present in the assembly stood up with folded hands and began to chant Jai Jai Namah Namah. All joined together to offer their respectful obeisances to Krishna, and there were showers of flowers from the sky. Please scroll.
In the meeting, please continue.
In the meeting, King Shishupala was also present. He was an avowed enemy of Krishna for many reasons, especially because of kings having stolen Rukmini from his intended marriage ceremony. Therefore, he could not tolerate such honoring of Krishna and glorification of his qualities. Instead of being happy to hear the glories of the Lord, he became very angry when everyone offered respect to Krishna by standing up. Shishupala remained in his seat. But as he became angrier at Krishna's being honored, he stood up suddenly, raised his hand, and spoke very strongly and fearlessly against Lord Krishna in such a way that Lord Krishna could hear him distinctly. Ladies and gentlemen, I can appreciate now the statement of the Vedas that after all, time is predominating factor in spite of all endeavors to the contrary. The time element executes its own plan without opposition. For example, one may try his best to life, but when the time of death comes, no one can check it. I see here that although many stalwart personalities are present in the assembly, the influence of time is so strong that they have been misled by the statement of a boy who has foolishly spoken about Krishna. Many learned sages and elderly persons are present, but still they have accepted the statement of a foolish boy. This means that by the influence of time, even the intelligence of such honored persons as those present in this meeting can be misdirected. I fully agree with the respectable persons present here that they are competent to select the personality who can be worshipped first. But I cannot agree with the statement of a boy like Sahadeva, who has spoken so highly about Krishna and has recommended that Krishna is fit to accept the first worship in the sacrifice. I can see that in this meeting there are many personalities who have undergone great austerities, who are highly learned, and who have performed many penances. By their knowledge and direction, they can deliver many persons who are suffering from the pangs of material existence. There are great rishis here whose knowledge has no bounds, as well as many realized persons and brahmanas also. And therefore, I think that any one of them could have been selected for the first worship because they are worshipable even by the great demigod kings and emperors. I cannot understand how you have selected this cowherd boy Krishna and have left aside all the great personalities. I think Krishna to be no better than a crew. How can he be fit to accept the first worship in the great sacrifice? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So look at this. Uh, It's very simple. I mean, uh, if you look at that perspective, things are very very simple. There are just two class of people. One who are surrendered to Krishna, two who are not surrendered to Krishna. There could be many in between, but majorly they are just two classes. Those who are not surrendered to Krishna are asuras. Shishupala, born to this family, that family, does not matter which family. He's cousin of Krishna. But does it matter? No. Guna karma vibhagasha. Now you see this party politics, right? We all see this politics going around, and we see that when parties fight elections, they're like uh, they would fight with each other like anything, right? But in the core, they have this family tradition. Rarely anyone has no family ties. Look, simple. It's very simple. If you get any opulence of Krishna, you do not want to leave. If your father got opulence from Krishna, fame, you would not like to leave it. Your father was a thief. Sorry to say, your father was a thief to get. I mean, look at those politicians. Was a thief to get those opulence. That was from Krishna alone. You never worshipped Krishna, because if you had worshipped Krishna, then you would have been surrendered soul. And if you are surrendered soul, you are highest among people. Right? So there are just two classes. One who are surrendered. Those who are surrendered, they would do bhakti. Right? And second, those who are not surrendered. Shishupal was not surrendered. Right? He is a asura. He would go against Krishna, do all the demoniac things, and he is a very sinful person. Yeah. Yes. Somebody please message Mataji to just click on that how to get activated. There's some Mataji who is showing. Shata, could you please do that? Again. So please try and understand. Anyone who does not wish to surrender onto Krishna, we should not have any connection with them. Although we should be compassionate with each and everyone, and we should be compassionate with those souls as well. Definitely we should be compassionate. But no, we cannot accept anyone but Krishna as the authority. Right? Yes. Now, it's a very, very clear-cut example. It was Sahdev, but be it any person, forget Sahdev, be it any person. If you put him for Krishna, in fact, all of us have to do the same job. If we do not glorify Krishna, we are cheaters. Yeah, some of us say that this situation happened and thereafter I stopped glorifying Krishna. What? Why stop glorifying Krishna? Huh? By the way, I just read a news article, and I think everyone of you should know this. Let me share the screen. There's something really good. Yeah. Okay. Something popped up, and I must show. It's very important. Yeah. Okay. So this is the news. Have you ever seen me sharing news? But I'm sharing news today. There must be something, right? Yeah. So Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So just a minute.
Be facing another divisive debate. Walking on the footprints of the Gujarat government, the BJP government in Karnataka is thinking of including Bhagavad Gita in the school curriculum. Here's a report.
Look, Bhagavad Gita is being included in Karnataka, right? And it's a big hue and cry, right? They would the demoniac people again, Shishupals of this world, right? Exactly at the same time it has come, isn't it? Shishupals of the world would say, no, Bhagavad Gita, no, you cannot talk about Krishna. A Sahadev would come and say, no, Krishna is supreme. But there would be Shishupals in this world. They would reject Krishna. Huh? Please be aware. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Was it Rashi Mataji? Hare Krishna Mataji. Audible? You want to read? Is it possible for you to read? I don't think your network is coming. Yeah, yes, Mataji.
We cannot even ascertain which caste this Krishna belongs to or what his actually occupational duty is. Actually, Krishna does not belong to any caste, nor does he have to perform any occupational duty. It is stated in the Vedas that the Supreme Lord has nothing to do as his prescribed duty. Whatever has to be done on his behalf is executed by his different energies. Shishupala continued, Krishna does not belong to a high family. He is so independent that no one knows his principles of religious life. Indeed, it appears that he is outside the jurisdiction of all religious principles. He always acts independently, not caring for the Vedic injunctions and regulative principles. Therefore, he is devoid of all good qualities. Shishupala indirectly praised Krishna by saying that he is not within the jurisdiction of Vedic injunctions. This is true because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that he has no good qualities. Gunai Hina. Gunai Hina.
Gunai Hina.
Gunai Hina means that Krishna has no material qualities. And because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he acts independently, not caring for conversations in social or religious principles.
Convention. Yeah. Okay. So please try and understand this part. Now, anyone who tries to defame Krishna, yeah, actually, he does not defame Krishna. Yeah. In fact, I should have asked this question. Many of you would have been wrong. Can anyone defame Krishna? We say that everything favorable for Krishna we should accept, unfavorable for Krishna we should reject. So, can we defame Krishna? The answer is no. We cannot defame. But why? Suppose I say ill about Krishna. I say ill about Krishna. then what is the problem? I can say ill about Krishna. If Krishna so wishes, we can. No, we can't. If we say ill about Krishna, then what is the problem? If we say ill about Krishna, then what is the problem? We are demeaning Krishna. We are defaming Krishna. Yes, someone please explain. Dipti Mataji, Akanksha Mataji, please explain. I am not able to understand. Can we not defame Krishna? Rashi Mataji, defaming Krishna. Shweta Anshika, can we not defame Krishna? Suppose I go in the market and I start speaking ill about Krishna. Is it not defaming Krishna? Yes. Can someone please explain? Can we not defame Krishna? Yes, please. Important question. Very, very important question. No, we can't defame Krishna. Okay. But why? Why can not we defame Krishna? Suppose you are going to one dham and there you say wrong things about Krishna. Are you not defaming Krishna? I would say you are defaming Krishna. Are you not defaming Krishna then? Yes. So there are two aspects to this. One, we can never defame Krishna. Second, yes, we can defame Krishna. One. So whatever answer you are giving, I would tell you wrong, right? So one, we defame Krishna. Right? Let's understand. Funny or hilarious thing put it out. Defaming Krishna. This is very important part. Please ask me to repeat this in 9 p.m. Suppose we are defaming Krishna, and please, no one of us would answer at 9 p.m. If we are defaming Krishna, what would happen? If we see Krishna and if we make fun of Krishna, yes, we can defame Krishna. No, we can't. Please try and understand. Whom can you defame? Suppose I have 100 bags of sugar, right? 100 bags of sugar. Now you want to loot me. You want to take something away from me. Certainly, you can take 1 bag of sugar, 2 bag of sugar, 10 bag of sugar, 12 bag of sugar away from me, correct? You can take all 100 bag of sugar away from me. I have sugar, so you can take sugar and you can plunder me. Yes? You can make me poor. But suppose I say that every sugar that belongs in this world belongs to me only. Now take whatever you want to. Now make me small. Every sugar that you see anywhere belongs to me alone. I can take back that sugar. Suppose you have sugar, let's say you have 2 kgs of sugar in your house, and I am the authority. I can take back your 2 kgs of sugar at any point. And now I say, now whatever you wish, maybe if you want to make fun of me, make fun of me. Now, can you make fun of me? No. Every fame belongs to Krishna alone. Fame is one of the opulence of Krishna. Can you defame Krishna? Every fame is from Krishna alone. Everyone is getting fame from Krishna alone. Can you defame Krishna? No, definitely not. Now, what happens when we defame in front of devotees? Look, please try and understand. For someone whose faith is unwavered, I remember Akanksha Mataji telling this thing at one point. Prabhuji, you have taught us, and now is our examination. Yeah, I could not forget those words. So one whose faith is unwavered, right? You cannot do anything wrong with them, right? Suppose your faith on your father is unwavered. Whatever may happen, you would stand by your father. Now, for those who are not able to follow, just see what is happening in Ukraine, right? Some of them fled away. Some of the residents fled away, and it's okay. It's in this wartime, many of them should flee, but many of them are staying there. This one, faith on their country is unwavered. They do not want to understand whether this one is right or that one is right. They want to protect their own motherland, right? They cannot be shaken. They cannot be shaken, right? But someone, now this is material world, and in material world everything is negotiable. Every example has some flaws, but those whose faith are unwavered, they would stay. You have seen many people joining and leaving. Not only this session, each and everything, because their faith was not determined on one thing. In fact, that should be our approach. We should not have faith on anything except Krishna. We should never have faith on anything except Krishna. And if you have faith on Krishna, then no one can defame. You go to a senior devotee and start speaking ill about Krishna. See how they would react. Would they give you their mind? They would just woo you off. Get up from here, you idiot. They would not be concerned. But people have material aspect in them. Now, if you go on in temple, and if you start saying ill about Krishna, and if anyone has material aspect in them, you would touch upon that material aspect, and then that person would get disconnected from Krishna. The spiritual thing belongs to Krishna alone. You can never defame Krishna. But when you defame Krishna, when you speak ill about Krishna, you are actually being a party to Maya Devi. You are actually helping Maya Devi do her work. In short, you are Maya Devi at that point. You are creating an illusion which is not there. You are saying defaming Krishna. What is that? That is an illusion. Can you say anything wrong about Krishna? No. So that is an illusion. Yeah. So you are creating an illusion. Yeah. So those who actually look, if you go to any place and if you start saying ill about Krishna, and if there are some materialistic people, look, 999 out of 1000 would be non-devotees only. I mean, Some of them would be trying to be, right? Rest all would be non-devotees. Now you would appeal really well if you speak ill about Krishna. Now you understand why people speak ill about Krishna all the time. Why people speak negative things about Sanatan Dharma all the time. Because they are not devotees. And they do not have any hopes to be to devote. But devotees are really merciful. They would say, no, Krishna. Yes, I know that you have said 999 would not be devotee. But this time around, these people can be devotees, right? Wherever Srila Prabhupada went, Srila Prabhupada had this in his mind that these people can be devotees, right? Let me make a temple out around here. You know how Mayapur temple was built? Mayapur temple has been looted so many times. But Srila Prabhupada was of the view that no, this is birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. People would be devotee here. Again looted. No. People would be devotee here. Again looted. People would be devotee here. Finally it would be. Look, Mayadevi would come and challenge you. It's up to you. Yes, let's continue. Sorry. Shishupal, a non-devotee, a demoniac person, is continuing. Yeah. Shweta, everyone has read, so let me read once. Shishupal continued. Under these circumstances, just closing all boxes. Under these circumstances, how can he be fit to accept the first worship in the sacrifice? Krishna is so foolish that he has left Mathura, which is inhabited by highly elevated persons following the Vedic culture, and has taken shelter in the ocean where he is not even there is not even talk of Vedas. Instead of living properly, he has constructed a fort within water and is living in a place where there is no discussion of Vedic knowledge. And whenever he comes out of the fort, he simply harasses the citizen, and like a decoy, thief, or rogue. Shishupal went crazy because Krishna's being elected as the supreme first worship person in that meeting, and he spoke so irresponsibly that it appeared that he had lost all his fortune. Being overcast with misfortune, Shishupal continued to insult Krishna. Lord Krishna patiently heard him without protest. Just as a lion does not care when a flock of jackals howl, Lord Krishna remained silent and unprovoked. Krishna did not reply to even a single accusation made by Shishupal. But all the members present in the meeting, except for a few who agreed with Shishupal, were very much agitated, because it is a duty of a respectable person not to tolerate blasphemy against God or his devotees. Did you get the reason why? Because there would be non-devotees. Yeah, please highlight that completely. Because there would be non-devotees. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preach? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Advaita Acharya before that, Advaita Acharya preached that all those who are non-devotees, they should be elevated to the position of being a devotee, and they should be taken out from this material world. Everyone was suffering, and Advaita Acharya could not tolerate it. Advaita Acharya requested Krishna to come, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why? Because he wanted those who are fallen to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Now, please try and understand. Suppose you all must have faced a lot of problems while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? Now, if you find some intelligent person, so-called very intelligent person, yeah, you consider him very intelligent, and he comes and says, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, no need. You sleep properly, that is all. You sleep in this direction and you sleep properly. Yeah? If you do that, every wrong would come. every wrong thing in this world would come in. Now he misdirected and he took you away from Krishna. Now please try and understand, if you were a devotee, like maybe Haridas Thakur, and if you say something like this, Haridas Thakur would ask you to sit and hear, and he would ask you to change by influence. But if you are not a pure devotee, then what would happen? Rather, if the audience is not a pure devotee and you speak ill about Krishna, what would happen? They would take it. They would take it. Now, please try and understand, nothing against anyone, but this is a perfect example of it. You would say that no one would take it if anyone says ill about Krishna. Can you give me one example? Hare Krishna, everyone. Can you give me one example? People would say ill about Krishna, and others, non-devotees, would take it, would appreciate, would understand, would accept. Can you give me one example? One example. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Can you give me one example? Someone saying ill about Krishna and people would appreciate it. Society at large would appreciate it. Can you give me one example? Mataji, I've asked this question 6 times now. Can you give me one example where anyone makes fun of Krishna, says anything ill about Krishna, and people would appreciate it? Yes. No example. How come you all are not able to understand? Yeah. Yeah, please unmute yourself and speak. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Unmute yourself and speak. Give me one example where people have made fun of Krishna and others have accepted. Fast. Comedy shows. Do you not see? Do you not see in comedy shows people just take each and everything they say about Krishna, about Devi Devta? In fact, you make fun of Devi Devta. Whom are you making fun of? You are making fun of Krishna. No, not because Devi Devta is Krishna. Because Devi Devta are pure devotees of Krishna. Devi Devtas are pure devotees of Krishna. Another example, yes, films. Have you not seen people making fun of Krishna? In fact, titles of movies such as Such Idiot. Srila Prabhupada would say this, but if I say that, but they are really very, very despicable people, making fun of Krishna, making fun of pure devotees. Now, if they make fun of Krishna, what would happen? They are non-devotees, they would never connect with Krishna. This is why this line has been written very significantly. Yeah, Krishna did not reply even to a single exposition made by Shishupal, but all the members present in the meeting, except for a few who agreed with Shishupal, were very much agitated because, except a few, only few were non-devotees, were very much agitated because it is the duty for any respectable person to not tolerate blasphemy against God or his devotees. Some of them who thought that they could not properly take action against Shishupal left the assembly in protest, covering their ears with their hand in order not to hear further accusation. Thus, they left the meeting condemning the action of Shishupal. In the Vedic injunction, it is the Vedic injunction that whenever this blasphemy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one must immediately leave. If he does not do so, he becomes bereft of his pious activities and is degraded to lower condition of life. Yeah. So let us leave at this. We discussed a lot and we talked a lot and we started late and we had a lot of excuses. Sorry for not reading through. Next time we will complete. Yeah. Yeah, if you have any question, you may ask. Do we have any question? Any kind of question? Yeah, Vaishnav Pranam. No questions. Okay, Vaishnav Pranam. Thereafter, please watch those videos. Yeah. Chat to everyone. Definitely. Yeah. Who wants to start? Just take your name and start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, can I?
Yeah, please.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की
जय
दिव्यांग वैष्णव प्रपात की
जय
भगवद गीता की
जय
श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय
सभी भक्तों की
जय
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा everyone. Yeah, do we have any question regarding anything? No. So there's one request, please keep on watching the videos that we are releasing and please keep on sharing. There's nothing better than that. There's a lot of work to be done and I don't know how it could be done. Regarding 4 p.m. launch, it has been scheduled. I don't know what would happen. In fact, a lot of things is missing. I would see, and then I would comment whether this is okay or not. You never know. It can be, it cannot be. Yeah. Okay. So I believe everything is done. If you have any questions, then you may ask. Rashi Mataji, do we have any question? Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. Okay. It's okay. So yes, only 25 views of morning video. Okay. Yes, 25, 50, 100 views is not okay. Okay. Hmm. Hare Krishna. Yes. बहुत मन करता है वैष्णव के शरण की. ओके. अभी 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 मत कीजिए. अभी पहले काम कीजिए, है ना? प्लीज काम कीजिए. बहुत काम है, काम करते रहिए. हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। और कोई तो प्रश्न नहीं है ना? बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी का ज्वाइन करने के लिए। ज्वाइन करते रहिए, चैंट करते रहिए, कृष्ण का नाम प्रचार करते रहिए। और हरे कृष्ण, फिर मिलते हैं। हरे कृष्ण, देखते हैं हाउ थिंग्स प्रोसीड। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण।